The VW Passat is one of the cornerstones of the business market. It is a good fan base from families, but really comes into its own in the fleet industry. Still, the executive saloon sector of the market is very competitive. Rivals for this VW Passat include the Audi A4, the Mercedes C-Class saloon, and of course, Ford's Mondeo. The styling on this Passat, well, you'd probably call it safe, wouldn't you? We prefer the estate version. It's much neater, much nicer, just looks better. But this Passat, well, it's a classic design and has been used for years. Now in its 6th generation, you will see plenty of them on the UK motorway network. VWs have some of the best cabins going, and this interior is of a high quality. The plastics on the switchgear are well made and look durable. All Passat models come with a touchscreen, although this one is a slightly fancier option. We have the mid-range executive trim that comes with sat-nav, cruise control, hill hold function and front and rear parking sensors. These of course are very good in cramped urban spaces. The Passat is fairly practical and in line with most of its rivals. There's plenty of space too. That means plenty of room for rear adult passengers and a load space of 565 litres. That's larger than the current Ford Mondeo. And the rear seats can be folded flat at the touch of a button for ease of use too. The Volkswagen Passat is the classic motorway cruiser. It just eats up those miles. And the best thing is, you still feel refreshed at journey's end. We're testing the 2-litre diesel engine with 138 brake horsepower. Performance, well, that's about average. It covers the benchmark sprint in about 9.8 seconds. And our car, well, it's mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox. It has a claimed average MPG of 61.4 and it emits 119 grams per kilometre of CO2. There is a smaller engine on the range. It's cleaner and more frugal than the one we have. It's a 1.6 litre diesel and it is a claimed average of 68.9 mpg and emits 109 grams per kilometre. But in saying all that, this 2-litre diesel, well, we really do prefer it. That extra bit of power and that little bit more oomph is just that bit better. Ride comfort on the VW Passat, well, that's first class. Refinement is pretty good too. There is a bit of road roar. Engine noise is a lot more audible, especially from idle, but tyre roar, well, that's minimal. On the handling front, the Passat is actually very good. It's not up to the standard of the Ford Mondeo because the steering just doesn't give you that feedback that you get from the Mondeo. Yes, it's well weighted, but it's a tad artificial. Volkswagen's Passat is a great all-rounder. It's a favourite with the business community and it's also really good for families as well, thanks to the high levels of practicality. So, is the Volkswagen Passat the model for you, or do you favour Ford's Mondeo? Don't forget to leave a comment or subscribe to our YouTube channel.